Good morning, diggers. It's Friday and it is about 4:35 a.m. and I am getting ready to hit the road for my week-long trip to Connecticut. On to the next. Well, we are at our first house in Connecticut. Big Don over there got us the permission. There's Alec. I've got my first signal. And by the way, this house was built in 1853. My first signal is a nice looking Mercury dime. All right, on to the next. Well, it's Sunday morning. It's about 31 degrees, but it's going to warm up. We got a chance of some rain around lunchtime today. And I'm getting ready to go meet the guys right now. We're going to go to a park that goes back to like the 1600s. I'm very excited. So I'll be back on the first good find. On to the next. Good morning. It is Sunday, and you can see the guys across the field here. We're in a Colonial field. Tom is in the distance there, and he has found a Colonial copper. And a few other old coins have been found, but nothing significant. And I just got my first ever Colonial copper coin. The guys seem to think it might be a King George II, but it's in really bad shape, and I don't know. Look how thin it is. I don't know that we'll ever get any detail off of it. But it rang up as a 1242 at about 6 inches deep. It sounded just like a wheat cent, and I was digging and digging, expecting a wheat cent to pop up. And instead this popped up. So anyway, my first Colonial coin. I'm very happy. On to the next. Hey diggers, just had a real nice 1234 signal, and thought it was going to be an Indian head, and it turns out it's an old musket ball, and it's heavy. Can you imagine if that thing hit you, how much damage it would do? Anyway, so slowly but surely getting some Colonial finds out of this field. Everyone's been doing really well today. We've already gotten some Spanish silver. I didn't find it, of course. But yeah, everyone's doing well. All right, on to the next. All right, Don and Alec and I are doing some door knocking. There's Alec. And we're at an older house in a neighborhood that dates back to the 1700s. Just had a nice nickel signal about 6 inches. And it's a buffalo nickel. Don't know if it has a date or not. Maybe when I clean it up I can see a date. Alright, well, I'm still wanting to get some of that Colonial stuff. Alright, on to the next. Diggers, I just got a nice button from about 7 inches down. It's a flat button, but you can still see the gilding on the back and some writing. Too bad the shank is missing, but this will be pre-1850s. Excellent. I'll get it cleaned up and get you a picture. On to the next. I'm on to my next target, and I nearly had a heart attack. Thought I had a large cent here, or a copper, but it's actually some kind of a token. That's one of those spinners. See that little nub in the middle? That's so you could spin it. Lay it on a table and spin it, and it would balance on that point. So it's probably like a 30s advertising token of some sort. I'll clean it up and get you a picture. On to the next. Well, we've moved on, and we're at this house built in 1804, and we got all this yard all the way out to the street. They say it's been detected many times before, but quite frankly, that doesn't scare me. So here's my first signal, about 8 inches deep. Nice big heavy musket ball. Man, that thing must weigh a pound. God dang, I can't imagine that thing hitting your body. Alright, well, that's the first find. On to the next. Been about 20 minutes since my last good find. I found a wheat scent, and I've got me another musket ball. Smaller one than the other one. Maybe this is from a pistol or something. Alright, on to the next. Good morning, diggers. I am here at the mythical, legendary Happy Hunting Grounds. We got Alec, Johnny Guess It Was Fate, Hilux Yoda, Little Digger, and Don Deep Digger Duo. And we are going to go try to find something really good. So on to the next. Hey diggers, it's pretty windy and miserable weather. I guess that's like Long Island Sound or something, I'm not sure. Been here at least an hour and I finally got a deep signal that was decent. And I've got me a pretty good looking Indian head. This, after Hurricane Sandy, a lot of salt water got into this park and apparently the Indian heads are pretty corroded. This looks like it might be an early one too. Anyway, I'm happy to have it. On to the next. Well, diggers, it's Wednesday of our trip to Connecticut, and we're actually in Massachusetts. Look at this beautiful scenery. We have been hunting this old Colonial field, and I've been here, Christ, 2 hours and found nothing but junk. Al got a large copper and Tom got one, and I just had a screamer signal on the surface. It's not Colonial. It's not Colonial. But I'll take it. Man, this thing ripped my eardrums out. It was so loud. It was maybe a 1/4 inch deep. Alright, well, a little silver, which surprised me. Alright, on to the next. Well, diggers, just when I was about to give up on this field, I got a screamer 1247 at 3 inches deep. I got a large scent. Granted, it's not Colonial, but it is a large scent. Ooh, 1808! Holy cow! I don't frickin' believe this! Woo! I am excited! I gotta run show the guys. On to the next. Woo! Wow, diggers, it's been probably 10 minutes since I found that large scent. Look, can you see the mold in the dirt right there? Here's what went in there. I thought it was another large scent, but it's a big old beautiful Colonial button. Wow, it is so big. It's got the shank. It's about 5 inches deep. When it popped out, I thought, oh my god, is that another copper? But it's not. It's a big old beautiful butt. Alright, on to the next. Alright, diggers, it's getting towards the end of the day. Tom's way down there and Tim's over there. I just had a signal good 12 inches down, kind of chirpy, sounded like iron, but it was the best signal I'd gotten in a while. So it looks like I got me another copper, not sure what kind. Have to clean it up later and see. Maybe there's something on it. It's kind of thick, so it's a good one. Alright, on to the next. Hey diggers, it's Thursday morning, it's our last day treasure hunting here in Connecticut. Big snowstorm coming tomorrow, so we're all gonna leave a day early. Well, we're on our way to meet Dell to hit some cellar holes. I'm excited. My goal today is to try to get a Colonial shoe buckle. That's my dream. And of course, some Spanish silver would be nice. But hey, you know, I'll be happy with the shoe buckle. So I'll get back to you once we get to the first cellar hole. On to the next. Well, diggers, after about a 2-hour traipse through the woods, we are at our cellar hole. There's Tim, Tom, and thank you, Dell, so much for bringing us. We really appreciate it. This big hole right here is a very old cellar hole, so we're hoping it's never been hit before, and I'll get back to you at the first good target. On to the next. Diggers, we are on to our third site, and the guys are over there in the distance. This whole area right here used to be, according to Dell, the front yard of a farmhouse, and it's been about 30 minutes and I finally got a signal that was diggable, and I've got my first cellar hole copper. I don't know, it has some indentations, like it might even have a counter stamp on it, but I don't see any details right now that would tell me what kind of copper it is. Yeah, there's the indentations. That might be a counter mark or something, I don't know. Anyway, maybe I can get this cleaned up and get some kind of identification. Alright, on to the next. Diggers, I want to show you this amazing cellar hole. It's even got stairs. Look at the stairs coming down. This site is well known and has been hunted for many years. It's very slim pickings. We're working in the iron all along here. There's so much iron that it masks the signals. So I was working over here with my screen wide open. I'm hearing all the iron, and I got an odd little grunt. I dug down 10 inches. 10 inches. Look what I got. And you can't see it in here, but we've looked at it up close, and it is a draped bust. So it's got to be before 1807 or before, I think to 1797, I'm not sure. But once I get it cleaned up, I'll be able to give you a better picture of it. But it is a draped bust, and it was 10 inches deep. Alright, I'm gonna hopefully find something else. On to the next.